series, as you guys know, Lakshmi Chitfund this time onto the blue side.
Yeah, and you know what, Pishi, I definitely felt in the last team fight, not before the last fight, before the Lord fight, right out there, it was like team LCF actually having a better position, and team Maaf, they actually pushed their luck too much. They really overextended with their frontliner, right? They went so deep and they got punished, and out there, they definitely throw the lead, and that's where, Stark TZ got his items, and it definitely benefited them from there on. And, despite being 1-5-2 in the early game, he was so strong in the late game with all his items locked in. I think that was the game changer moment, overextension from the side of Team Maaf. But yeah, I mean, I also want to know about, Ash TZ. What do you think went wrong for the side of Team Maaf?
Uh, it's, you can say it's misjudgment, miscalculation as well, because whenever the law was coming up, their strategy was to first take down Serar Moon or maybe two members of LCFs. Then we will start the Lord. No, bro, you can start the Lord. You can go for a retreat bet or a retreat battle, you can say. But again and again, they did that thing because in the first Lord, they got that thing. They got that trade. They got Serar Moon, 2 kills as well. They got the glue. Then they went for the Lord. It was an easy Lord. Same strategy they used for 2 times, and they got outplayed by them. I mean, Roger getting down, Baksha getting down. Not in the
Mhm.
second fight, Roger was there, but he couldn't got the chance to go for the Lord because 4 members are also present at that moment at Bush and was blocking his way. So that's the reason they lost the Lord fight. They lost some gold for them. And then we saw that positioning of Ixia was too great. Nobody was there to catch the backliner other than Yomom. Yomom getting down, you losing a fight. They got the thing. LCF got the thing. Then I mean, obviously, tables got turned around and Maf got out from the first match. It's okay. It's a first set. Maybe they will come back. Maybe they're gonna give us a reverse sweep. But right now in the banning phase, we're gonna see a Fanny ban, which is absolutely not needed at this point because she is totally nerfed. She should not be in the ban list. Bakshia is an important choice, we can say, will be in the ban list.
Mhm.
Pichi, what do you think, Fanny ban?
I think Peachy is just trying to decide what she's thinking or what she needs to say for this
Oh,
bans. Oh,
oh
she's
my
back
god.
here. Yep,
Oh, I was muted. I thought I was speaking.
it's absolutely fine. We can hear you now, well and clear.
Okay, okay. No, I was wondering, like, I'm speaking, but why you guys can't hear me? It's like, oh, okay, I just noticed. Okay, anyways, talking about the Fanny ban, I will side with Ash this time around. Not needed, given the fact that could be easily counted as well coming in here at this position. You're talking about how, members can actually, especially Team LCF, can actually give a good contest, even if Team Marv picks up a Fanny. But last ban coming in, what are your guesses? Just make a quick guess, both of you. Let's start with Ash.
I think it will be Phobius.
Okay, Shinryu?
I think they can ban out the Matilda because we did not talk about it enough. But the
Yeah.
repositioning that the Matilda can give was really benefiting the side of Team LCF. But Kacha ban, I did not think he would go for that though.
Okay, I
He
mean,
was out of blue.
yeah. The glue's still open though. Now, on top of that, I wasn't expecting a Katot Kacha as well. Maybe Team LCF. Oh,
Oh,
wait a
ho, ho.
minute. Wait a
This is
minute.
criminal move, Auntie. This is
Yes.
criminal move.
What will your mom do? I mean, what will he do as of now, given the fact that his hero is there at the other side? There could be a CC coming in, but I feel like it is still not enough for this Uranus, who is really known to go at the enemy's nexus and just stay there forever.
And I feel, the Badang being open was definitely a good choice to go for. And this time, Farsa also open in the mix. So, Ash, really strong combo, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was expecting a Yuzong at this point against a Uranus. It would have been a great choice for Mob, but they went for that Badang. Maybe for the Rome right now. We'll be picking up the Yuzong later by your mom. But Uranus, this beast is something. I mean, you beat him, you will get the reason. He's the reason god. So obviously, but
Oh,
oh my goodness, LCF going no mercy at this point with the Rafaela being onto his side, and again this time Stark TZ will be with his Granger. I mean, even though two nerf has happened to the Granger, but this This guy is something. He is not getting enough. He is still in the meta. So I mean, Granger in the in the safest hand, you can say, in the hand of Stark TZ. It will be a, I mean, treat to watch for my eyes. But right now, the last pick of this first picking phase, Maaf, I think it would be a Yuzong if Badang will be in the roam section, or maybe they can go for a jungler, a Roger, if they don't want it to get banned.
Roger, this game looks quite viable, but they need something on the other to stop the Rafaela. Even
Oh,
if Rafaela is stopped, what are they going to do? This would be the revive Rafaela you guys would be watching in the Mythic Showdown. First game looks like we are getting it from the Lakshmi Chit Fund, but moving on though, they're going in quite fast. YSS onto the Land of Dawn. Interesting choice against a Uranus as well as a Rafaela. What do you guys think about that?
yep, absolutely. I felt, they needed something to actually go for a bit of, sustainable kind of thing at this point. I don't think so. The Vices was a very important pick at this, juncture. But again, going for it early on might be a problem because, we do understand the Vices, how it works, right? It's for the late game, and the late game compatibility for a YSS is, a free farming where, he does not get disrupted whatsoever. So if they can go for an invade type of draft, team LCF definitely will have a better time stopping this YSS from his track to farm and get in good early game to actually get online in the late. So, they can actually go for an assassin out here against the YSS, even like, uh, I would say Lancelot work at this point.
Link
I
too.
agree. I want to see the Lancelot.
Hmm. But given the fact that Sarar Moon is a player from Bengal server, he's playing into the Mumbai server. Probably this might be I don't know the server, but if he's playing into the Mumbai server, we might not see an assassin. But if it is in a game into the Bengal server, so an assassin can be very viable pick for him. And given the fact the Roger is still open, they can also opt for that, right? LCF they can go for the Roger as well, along with the Rafaela. I think that's a really good combo. So much mobility onto the mix.
I feel like they will be going with a Joy or Suyu. That high loss band speaks a lot right now. Don't doesn't want to hinder their mobility picks. So maybe Joy could come into the action or a Suyu. But I mean, personally, I want to see a Ling right now because it will be a great sight to see a Ling versus Ishan Chen. Both of them have high mobility right now, and both of them got the buff. Even though Ishan Chen is already buffed, but Ling is right now something else in this meta. So you can go for the Ling, and Rafaela being there, it's not the old Rafaela, so it can also work easily with this. But they can go with the pretty old combo, like you can say Egyptian combo. That is Rafaela and Roger, as you mentioned, or maybe Rafaela Alpha could also fit into the way. Fedrin ban was a good thing because you all know that Fedrin Rafaela combo do works great. And Asuna Fear just being seen from Maaf right now, Selena being in the ban list. Maybe we're gonna see Asuna's trademark Sicilian to be here or something to stun. Xavier can also be here. I don't know.
Interestingly enough, for a Farsa, against a Farsa, I do want to see a Selena though. This game around, Selena could be there, but
Ooh.
wait a minute. What?
Hmm.
No way. No way they just picked up a Nana.
This is a surprise for all of us. I mean, we were
More,
expecting the Roger, right? But the Nana?
no, I mean, more than a surprise. Yesterday I made up an introduction where I just wrote it down that in this Mythic Showdown you won't be seeing any nanas, and they are picking up a nana.
They want to
Now
prove you
I
wrong there,
can't say
Pichi.
that. Now I can't say that.
That means they want you to do an Ana cosplay.
Oh no. Oh, my hair is matching with nana though. It's just not pink. That's all.
Uh-huh. But once again, to round things off, they got a EXP Paquito. Paquito being buffed, I think that's a good choice to go for. The damage is really so high, and they do not have too much CC except for the Nana. But out here, Pichi, we are going into the game once again.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Have fun. I want to see a maniac coming in from Nana, and with that, Ash TZ and Shinryu, take it away.
Yeah, we will take it away, but you have those goodies as well, so it kind of match you, Nana, with the Molina. You can do the cosplay if you want. But here we are into the match number 2 in the BO3 series between Team LCF versus Team Maaf Esports. 1 point is already being granted towards LCF. So is there a match point scenario for them? And a do or die for the Maaf. They need to win this match if they go. They wants to play the third set if they wants to do a reverse sweep. But right now, already aggression being shown by Maaf at a sliver of HP. Will be Uranus taken down? No, the reason God will be away from the threat.
And that is the power of the new, you know, this hero that is gonna be the actually it's Badang onto the EXP and a goal lane Pakito. Oh wait, we did not actually expect that, did we? So it's gonna be a YSS jungle, and with two fighter back to the old meta we go. And
Yep.
this is really interesting, right?
Against a Granger, that would be, I mean, fatal for the Granger if he had gone with the Master Assassin and the Lethal Ignition with a
Mhm.
Rupture into the emblem. I mean, he can just melt him down from the early game, and we all know he's not Ixia. So if the early game got busted, then no more Granger snowball we're gonna see in the late game. So let's see how it goes for Team Mav. They went for something new strategy, but before that, we can say one more thing that the turtle is about to come. Shinryu, whom do you think gonna take the first turtle?
I do feel Team Marv does have a better map control at this point, but you can see already the poke damage as well as the heal, regenerating the lost HP of the members. So they're gonna get the level 4 and they're also going to start the turtle. But I think both the teams would want to just play it around a bit longer. But the zoning this time from Anti is definitely out there, and YSS cannot go in pretty easily, can he here?
I don't think so, but the turtle is on right now. Let's see, Retreat will be on from
Oh,
Yishan Spin and a fish crack as well. Coming up next with the Feather Airstrike. Oh my goodness, look at the damage from this Fossa. Anti at a very less HP will be taken down. It's the first blood for Maaf Esports. Trying out the first blood, getting out the turtle as well. Will be
oh,
into the hand of trade and respawn. We saw a respawn onto Anti.
yep.
Is
That
what
is the. Mm-hmm. That is a
was
new
it needed?
skill. I think in the early game there's no need for the respawn, but if you
Yeah.
want to defend your lanes, I think it's a good thing. But again, the cooldown is pretty short; it's just for a minute. However, I think it's important to know the fact that in the early game the death timers are pretty short, and I don't think so necessarily you need a respawn given the fact that you can actually go back. But out here they're going in onto Rudius. He takes a lot of damage, and forced to flicker.
Sucking Eagle coming on. Flicker will be on Feather Airstrike. This time the respawn woman will be taken down. Will not be any respawn for her. She'll be resurrect back soon into the map. But what was that? Rafaela got down by Feather Airstrike with a flicker coming off from the Forza. It was a mind game from her, we can say. But right now, look at that. I mean, the Uranus is cutting the lane at this point, even though Badang is doing the mirror thing as well.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the problem with the Farsa, right? We talked about in the last game, but once again they're going in.
Ishan Shin will be taking out Rafaela once again. Rudy is getting down for 2 times. Right now, the score is 3-0. A great start for the Maaf in this do or die. But who knows? We saw the same early game dominance from Maaf in the last set. And then we saw the late game dominance from LCF. So anything can be happen. Tables can be turned down. I'm not sure about it. I will not say anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, they do have two fighters and they do have two frontliners really going in well, and they can also reposition themselves with the Matilda, and Farsa himself is pretty strong. So once again, I feel the mechanism the side of Team Maf are going for is really going to help them to actually sustain the fight longer. And given the fact the YSS is already at 1-0 and 1, it's going to give him a more arm advantage. But again, Rude is trying to go for the Holy Baptism, does not connect. A bit short, but look at the position in front of Duba, trying to go for a flank position, but with the turtle already up, they're trying to go in for another fight, but Anti trying to zone the members out here.
Kavanti come up, Dang being there. Ishan Chin will be coming back, halting the way for that. Roger, retreat come up for Seramun. Will be getting the turtle. Feather Airstrike come up, and Roger will be get down as well. Granger in the meantime managed to get the redemption onto the Paquito. That was a good one for him. Respawn back into the map. Roger will be there. I mean, you can say trade kind of won by LCF. They got the turtle, they got a kill. Even though Roger got down, got back into the map with a respawn.
And I think that's a very needed trade the side of Team LCF needs in the early game, right? Yeah, both the times we saw they lost the first turtle and then somehow they got the second turtle onto their side and perhaps the third turtle too. So if they can just keep the momentum like that going on, but this time Stark PZ might not survive.
Liquor come off was the overextension for him. Matilda will be the one taking down that kill, and with the gliding win, it will be Badang as well to get down that Rapela. 2-man down already from the side of LCF. Right now, the third tier is in the, bad situation. It will be taken down as well.
There's no one to defend, and Nana has already used his Molina Blitz, and you can see, right, the damage not really being enough to get much HP down. But again, on the top lane this time, Duva versus Anti, but he gets joined by the jungler.
Yup, and a sliver of HP. Ishanchin's damage will be propelling at this point. Uranus getting down. Sliver of HP. Ishanchin managed to get back into the safer zone with still a little shield coming from this Matilda. But look at that. Killing spree for Badang. Roger even come back into the map, but was not much help for the side of LCF. Got down easily. Fish track coming on. This Badang is a great hindrance for LCF at this moment.
Yeah, your mom definitely doing his work with the heroes that he has been given. Last game we saw him with the 4Vs, this time with the Pradang, but that's a lot of damage coming in from a Paquito from the mid game already, and a 1v1 this time. One knowing the fact he does not have a flicker, he went in aggressive, and I think it's a good shutdown, a needed one. While at it, they also got a top tier turret onto the top side, so this turtle once again, I think Team LCF, they have a tough situation onto their side because they cannot contest for it, given the fact the zoning is so difficult to get out of.
This time it's kind of Duba performing well with the Paquito against Granger. Look at that Suckling Eagle coming up. Feather Strike. Duba will be the one taking out Suck TZ at this point. And otherwise, they also managed to take down the tier 1 in the mid lane. Uranus in a very bad position at this point, and the blue buff as well will be stolen down easily. No. They are not ones that blue buff. Because it will be much time at the jungle of LCF. They will be getting back into the safer zone. Trade being again won by Maaf Sports for the airstrike. No, I thought it would have been a way, but what do you think, Shinryu? At this point, do you think one more magical comeback will be happening from LCF?
That's a really difficult thing to actually take out of Team LCF, right? We saw the same situation going on from the side of Team LCF in the last game. This time too, they are actually trailing behind the goal lead, almost of 5k to the side of Team Maaf, and similar situation last game too, right? Somehow, someway, Team LCF they made some wonder plays, and this time, I feel once again they're behind in farm. Stark TZ once again, not having his flicker, cannot reposition himself. He does not have a Mathila this time to actually guide him out of the harm's way. He has a Rafaela who can just give him a heal, but look at that once again, Duba.
Duba was there, but this time he will be getting drowned by the whole LCF team. That was a peekaboo moment. Mega kill for the Badang. 1-for-1 trade coming up. 2 MMs got down. Oh my goodness, but Persa managed to got that Joan out from that Nana as well as Rafaela. But right now, look at that. Can we see the item section? Shinryu can explain us well with the Paquito's build.
Definitely, we need to see the items for this match. What and how is the Keto dealing so much damage? But again, even the YSS is doing so well this game, 2 levels ahead of his counterpart, and with the Lord already into the mix, I think this time. Wait, what? Roger just lost his life to a 1v1, was it? But hey, this just gives a free Lord to the side of Team Maaf.
That was a miscalculation again from Sarah Moon. We can say it was not needed at that point to go on to the Persa. Look at the Lord. Easy for Team Maaf right now. They will be coming with the Lord, and maybe they can get some second tiers as well. But before that, we can see a fight coming up at the mid lane. We'll be make sure that we'll not be taking this fight on before the Lord come up. But items are here. Shindu, can you just say me? Paquito is...
Yep, you can see he's leading actually in terms of gold as well as item. He has already completed 3, whereas Grandeur just have 2. He's just on his way to make the Hunter strike, so he's a bit behind in terms of gold. And even the jungler, you can see the goal apart 2k, almost went a 1.4k goal lead. Arsa leading as well, so the item power spike is definitely making things difficult for Team LCF to go in, and the Uranus does not have enough sustain yet so far. So I think they might not be able to defend the second tier turret at this point. So with the zoning of Farsa, they can actually also lose a inhibitor turret if they are not
Let the
careful
Lord
enough.
get this. Yep, let the
Hmm.
Lord get the pin down. I have a beautiful question for you. Before that, we can see it will be the holy blessings taking out the Lord, and the second tiers, as I expected, will be taken down in this process, will be done as well. But minions coming up, Feather strike into the action. Flicker may be coming up from this Badang. No, it will not be there. Uranus managed to defend down those minions for before taking
Oh,
out those inhibitors. Beautiful reason coming from this Rafaela. Still now, Maaf. Aggressive
oh,
nature will be on. Moving into, diving into the turrets. Double kill for the Duba. Duba will be taken down as well in the process. 2-for-1 trade with some turrets being up on Maaf Esports. They are literally raising their terror this time onto LCF. But you know what? Shinryu, okay.
mm,
They are not giving me any time to talk right now. Feather airstrike coming up.
oh no.
Ishan Shin diving into the base will be taking down Sakti. The median still on, unstoppable for the Badang. Yo mom, right now. Clinging upon those kills, chunking down the members of LCF. Minions will not be enough right now for taking down the base. But with that Nana coming up onto the scene, respawning back to the match, that will be stuck easy. And in the meantime, we can saw that Senzu will be shut down after a while. But Shinryu, I saw two Sky Piercer, one on Ranger, one on Roger. Is it a good thing?
Mm. I feel, at this point, they need whatever farm they can find, and if they can hit the target, whoever gets the kill, it doesn't matter, right? As long as they can get the kill, is good. But right now, they are really trailing behind. The Stark TZ on his hero this time also, 1-5-2, just like in the last game onto the Exia. I feel good fight like this might just change thing around, but this time Team LCF in a mixed bad positioning.
Duba. This guy is something right now. Taking down that Nana. Roger coming into the action. Taking down the Matilda as well. 1-for-1 trade, but at a very bad position. Anti will be taken out. Duba is the one right now who is playing without a Sky Piercer and clinging upon those kills. 6-3-6 is the score, is the KD of Duba. Turtle. No, it's a lot. Spawning back into the action, into the lineup done at IGC, Indian Gaming Corps, Mythic Showdown, and Ishan Shin will be the one who will be fighting out the Lord at half of HP. It will be a free Lord for Mafi Sports, but I mean, at this point, if something can help LCF, it would be Granger. If he can come
Mhm.
back with those kills, he can turn around the table.
Yeah, but one thing, I have not seen so much utilization of the Nana so far. Yes, he does have the Molina as well as the Molina Blitz, but the damage, we never seen that damage coming through, right? And if the members are not really in low, then there's nothing much happening. Last game he did have Asuna did have a Selena, but this time you can see the build. He just have completed 2 items, really trailing behind, and there's no dominant size or anything to actually counter out the heal coming in from the side of the Uranus yet. He's trying to make it, but 2 anti-heal so far. I think that's not really being enough with the shield as well as the heal that is coming from the heroes. But once again, this time Lord marching in, no inhibitor. Team LCF, how will they defend?
Yep, deflecting the Lord way. I can see a Winter Crown onto Duba. He will be diving into any time. And before that, killing spree for Ishan Shin onto Serarmon. And in the meantime, they managed to get down the inhibitors. At a sliver of HP. Will be Rafaela managed to get back? No. He will be managed to get back, but a fist crack coming on. Monster kill for the Badang. They're locking the base at this point. And it will be a win for Mafi's Pose. We will be claiming a number 3 set at the BO3 series between Maf Esports versus LCF. The viewers, casters, everybody wants to see a third set, and we will be, I mean, embracing it soon. But before that, Shinryu, what got down for Team LCF? Is it Duba's Paquito or Badang? I mean, it was kind of sandwich from the EXP laners, from the fighters, and in between the sandwich, the cucumber was LCF.
What went down first was the base, but before that, I think more than me, Peachy can answer this question really well. So why don't we have Peachy back on with us to answer that question? Peachy, what do you think went wrong for Team LCF?
Hello, hello. I am back. And talking about what went wrong, I feel like in a way they were very squishy enough. Duba with those instant bursts. Look at him. Look at his build.